In this segment of the Ellis Market Report and Money Talk Radio, we speak with Roger Rasmus, the CEO of Goliath Resources, trading as GOT on the TSX Venture Exchange, and in the U.S. on the OTCQB as GOTRF. Goliath Resources is a junior resource exploration company of precious metal projects in the prolific Golden Triangle and northwestern areas of British Columbia. The company is on track with a new discovery of a large, high-grade gold system at its Gold Digger property that was never drilled before in the Golden Triangle of BC. It remains open. The Shorebet discovery was never explored or drilled before due to a previous glacier and permanent snowpack covering it. The project is located in a world-class geological setting and mining-friendly jurisdiction. The Gold Digger property sits on tidewater and has excellent infrastructure with a permitted mill site in Kitsault nearby. Significant shareholders include Crescat Capital, Sprott, Rob McEwen, and a global commodity group based in Singapore. The newly discovered Shorebet is a very robust and structurally controlled series of 10 high-grade gold veins, shears, with superior continuity and predictability hosted within the Hazelton sediments and volcanics over a 1.8 square kilometer area. It has 2.1 kilometers of exposed mineralization at surface. Mr. Rasmus has over 25 years of investment banking experience in the public and private sector. He has acted as lead on over 30 M&A transactions, and through his previously owned exempt market dealer firm, completed many financings. Roger, welcome back to the program. You have upsized your 2025 fully funded drill program from 40,000 up to 60,000 meters based on newly identified, widespread, abundant, visible gold, naked eye gold. We should just call the company Naked Eye Gold, but we're not. It's Goliath, and Goliath is about the biggest word you can use to describe size, scale, all of that. Roger, great to visit with you. Tell us about the latest developments with Goliath.
Great to be on the show again here, and again, very fortuitous that we're chatting. The whole naked eye thing, that's more an IROC thing, because it tells you that we don't need a microscope or some special laser, a visionary type of tool to actually see the gold. The gold is literally popping to the side of the core here. So it's, again, pretty exciting stuff. We did also announce our first relog hole from the 2021 to 2024 holes that we decided over this off season, along with Colorado School of Mines, determining that we should go back and relog some of these certain looking type of core that's already in the core box that has not been assayed. That initially was 50 drill core, and now we're up to 75, and total meters is about 3,400 meters in total that may all get assayed. The first hole that came back, we ran 6.31 grams per ton gold equivalent, just over 14 meters in the RIRG feeder dike there. And we've got, again, quite a few other holes that we're seeing abundant visible gold. Again, quite large pieces, 0.5 millimeter to 1 millimeter. So this is a bit of a teaser as to hopefully what we can expect to see in these additional holes that have been sent in for assay. And with that upsized drill program, we've got 5 rigs turning right now as we speak. We are going to go up to a total of 9, possibly seeing hopefully some additional visible gold, abundant visible gold in the 2025 drill core. Obviously, can't promise that, but based on our track record from last year, we had a 92% VG in the core. I would expect to see something very similar this year in 2025. Hence, we bumped this thing up 50%, whopping 60,000 meters, which is quite large. I don't think there's any other programs in BC that are that large at this particular juncture. But the idea is we need to hit the iron while it's hot. We did get a fully funded drill program we had a strong balance sheet March 31st, around 20 million of cash and liquid securities, and then dovetail that with the bought deal from Stifel Canada, $23 million bought deal with CIBC, and as well as Cormark being part of the syndicate. Plus, I did a $4 million sidecar, so that was an additional $27 million. We sold at $3.17 Canadian, no warrant. Stock's currently trading around $2.08 Canadian. So a nice big premium, less dilution to the overall structure of the company. And we've got some really good brand new shareholders who are very sticky money, long-term, big funds. One group, I think they're about $4 billion under management. And so these kind of people that we're currently attracting, which is fantastic. And it's a good way to increase the exposure of our shareholder base and attract others that have that same type of those characteristics.
Once in a while, we see a company in the junior mining space which starts out like you maybe a year ago, maybe 10 years ago, turns into an overnight success somehow and becomes a $20 stock. I'm not going to let you say that's what's going to happen with Goliath. I'm speculating here. That's on me. You're a paid sponsor of the program. I'm reading your news release here, and I'm seeing results from your best hole, 1 to 4 ounces per ton of gold. My eyes are watering right now.
Yeah, and again, some of our initial holes this year for 2025 will be heading back to that area where we got to that 1 ounce over 39 meters, and in that bonanza zone where we're seeing, again, we've got a series of holes in that area, 6 meters, 9 meters, over an ounce, half an ounce type of thing. So we're going to be peppering the heck out of that area this year with the idea of by the end of this season, we'll come out with a lot of pierce points in there where we can do a back of the envelope calculation, hopefully a rough guesstimate as to how much tonnage, how we know what's the grade going to be. And clearly the idea would be hopefully we can show 1 million to plus of high grade just on the one load. We do have 12 loads in total. And again, this would just be one that would show the continuity or certainly increase the confidence level that the continuity is there, the grade and the thickness. And then ultimately we will be obviously drilling into the other shear zones. And not to mention, we're not avoiding the dikes anymore. We're basically pioneers in the Golden Triangle in relation to finding gold within these dikes. Again, the whole thing being their Eocene age being around 52 million years of age. And essentially the historical narrative from past explorers and what have you, we're never chasing these. And now we've actually found mineable widths with high-grade gold in them. And we've got 17 of these dikes running north-south through the flattish lying lodes. And we've only tested 4, which we've confirmed do have high-grade gold mineralization. So that'll be part of the program this year as well.
I don't think it would really matter in this case because of the grades that you have and the amount of gold that is potentially in the ground, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. Any estimated cost per ounce of production down the road? We've got $3,300 an ounce U.S. gold. It really wouldn't matter where you landed on that, even if you were at $2,000 an ounce. Where does that lie in your mind?
Again, I don't have a lot of experience in that area. I listen to some of the professionals that have actually built mines, operated mines. I quote Quentin Henning, one of our advisors, who has a type of experience based on the metallurgy that we have. We get a 92.2% recovery of the gold just from gravity, flotation, no cyanide required, no deleterious materials. Then within that, we're getting a close to 50% free gold from gravity alone. Think about one of the light items in any operation in gold production is power. So at a 327 micron, you're saving a lot of money on power. So he believes that this would be a low-cost operation, producing some very high-grade material at the end of the day.
Everybody's been discussing how terrible the junior mining market has been for the last couple of years, but I don't think it applies to you. It doesn't apply to Goliath Resources. It doesn't apply to your stock. You're a standalone operation in that regard.
Yeah, we've got an amazing team that makes my job super easy. Without them, I wouldn't be chatting with you right now. And the ability to go and raise this kind of capital, actually, it's quite mind-shocking. I looked at the amount. I think it's close to $80 million I've raised since over the last 3 years, which tells me, and I've attracted pillars of the industry into the story. It just tells me that this does have the legs to be a tier 1 high-grade gold discovery that will be a mine one day, is my belief, and a mining-friendly jurisdiction. It's got all the right characteristics: infrastructure, metallurgy, access, tidewater, town of Kitsault, housed up to 1,000 people at the peak of that operation, the Moly mine, and then you've got the Moly mine right next door, brownfield site already permitted. So again, it's got so many amazing characteristics and ticking the boxes for how do you put this in production. Guess what? We have optionality here, which is fantastic.
Have you got more assays coming in this summer?
Oh, definitely. We have that whole batch of the relogging. Again, we've only announced 1 hole. We got 75 holes. We've relogged up to 3,400 meters. So expect to see lots of, hopefully, early season upside surprises. And then, of course, with the 2025 drill program underway with 5 rigs, we're going to be pumping out 100 meters of core a day. It's a 24-hour period. There's going to be lots of things going on. And obviously, if we see anything interesting that we think or believe is material, then obviously we would press release that and we'd take it from there, and then most likely rush assays and try and get that to the public as soon as possible.
Roger, thanks so much for spending time with me today. I enjoyed the catch up, and I look forward to speaking with you very soon. Don't be a stranger, sir.
Ellis will not, and stay tuned. Lots of good things to come, I believe, in 2025. It's going to be one for the record book.
I've been speaking with Roger Rasmus, the CEO of Goliath Resources, trading as GOT on the TSX Venture Exchange and in the U.S. on the OTCQB as GOTRF. Go to the company's website, GoliathResourcesLtd.com. For Money Talk Radio, I'm Ellis Martin. Get a free subscription to the Ellis Martin Report. Go to ellis.gold.